Hello, Internet! Do you like video games? Do you like music? Do you like the sum of both those, those together? Welcome to the first episode of Did You Know Gaming? Music, that's not what we're calling it. So if you've been active on Tumblr within the last couple of years, Godspeed to your tortured soul. But also, you may be familiar with blogs such as Do You Like This Song? So if you're not familiar with the format, let me just read off the straight off the blog of the one that I'm going to be pulling songs from. If you're not familiar with this type of gimmick blog, a song is posted without any of the identifying information attached to a poll intended to gauge a blind reaction from the audience/following. So basically, they post up a few times a day, generally, a song, in this case, from some sort of game, and there's options in a poll that they have attached of, I like it and I've definitely heard it before, I like it and it sounds familiar, I like it and this is my first time hearing it, etc., etc. Like they said, gauging how people feel about the song without necessarily knowing beforehand what it's from. So I thought it would be fun to just take the first few, I'm gonna do the first 20 songs from the blog, run through them, see if I can identify them, and just kind of give a general reaction and see how my thoughts on it compare to the masses, if you will. If you're in the mood to check these out yourself, the blog is up here. It's doyoulikethis-videogame-song.tumblr.com. All right, let's see song number one. Now, I admittedly, when I was scrolling through the blog trying to set this up, I did already accidentally see what game this one is from. Hopefully there shouldn't be any more of those as we go through. So, number one, do I know this? Immediately, yes. So, I know what game this is from. I know the track name, even. It's one of my... It's honestly one of my favorite video game songs. So we're starting off strong. It's just, it's a very powerful piece, despite being in a completely made-up language. I know all languages are made up. Well, don't worry, don't think about it. There's a part in here with the almost kind of church bells that synchronize in-game with something happening in the boss battle that I think is the way that so this is from a battle in the game that it's from, and the way that the two kind of flow into each other, the gameplay and the music, is just so really fucking good. This track is a beautiful song from Nier Automata. This plays during the battle against this big ol' opera robot singer creature that you fight not too far into the game, I think. I need to get around to beating this one of these days. So yeah, I would definitely say I like it, and I've definitely heard it before. That's really interesting. So, based on what I'm seeing on the results, most people do like the song. There are, a few who feel more complex about it, but general opinion does trend upwards. Not that many people have heard it, necessarily. All right, moving on to number two here. Let's see what we got. I don't think I know this. Okay, just Fox. This, considering some of the tracks that I've heard before, this shouldn't surprise me that it's from a game, and yet, This bit right here is kind of giving Ashley Barrett from Transistor. I'm like 99% certain this is not from a Supergiant game, though. Really interesting. I've never heard this one before in my life. I really like it. I think it's neat. So first things first, what is it? It seems to be like kind of siren themed, perhaps? Likely a battle theme. It's got that kind of like driving forward sort of essence to it. Maybe from some sort of turn-based RPG? But short of that, I got nothing. Let's see. Oh! So hey, you remember how I said that I was 99% sure that this was not a Supergiant Games song? Apparently this time I'm the 1%. Uh-oh! This is Coral Crown from Hades 2, which makes a lot of sense because I have not played Hades 2 yet. Whoops! So that makes a lot of fucking sense that it sounds like Ash Barrett, because it's probably Ash Barrett, who is fucking superb. I love all of her work. I fell in love with her work with Transistor. So really exciting to see that they're still going at it. Okay, good shit. You got me. So yes, I like it, and this is my first time hearing it, which seems to be the general consensus. Okay, very nice. All right, we're 1 for 2 so far. Let's see how number 3 treats us. It feels Final Fantasy. But which one? I'm sitting somewhere between 13 and 15. Something about the chanting is driving me more towards 13. I admittedly have not listened to much of FF15's soundtrack. I think I have listened more to like Final Fantasy 13. And was there a 13 too? I think there was. I've not played either of them. So I definitely don't recognize this track, but the instrumentation feels familiar. I am willing to bet that this is a battle theme from Final Fantasy 13. What it's called, I could not tell you. Whichever one it is, I dig it. It's got a nice mix of, like... I mean, this has got to be, like, to a turn-based kind of thing, because it's got a nice mix, in my opinion at least, of, like, kind of a chill kind of flow that you can rest on, but it's got kind of the drums also driving forward again, suitably for a battle theme. I'm no music major, so, like, hopefully what I'm saying makes sense to the layperson. Alright, what in the world was this song? Oh, I'm extremely wrong. This is from Fate Samurai Remnant, Cosmic Air. What is the context for this? I know nothing about the Fate series except that it started with like a porny visual novel. And that they have a gacha game, Fate Grand Order, that I tried once and didn't really care for. That's really interesting. That one threw me way off. I like it. This is my first time hearing it. Yeah, that I'm sensing a pattern. Now, granted, this poll does have 8 votes, so grain of salt. But out of those who did vote, it seems that nobody's heard it, so I don't feel as bad. General consensus does seem to be that it's good. We have a few that are on the fence. Okay, next up. That one just like hit me in the throat with a stutter beat there. Ooh, I dig this. Okay. I love some fun bouncy electronic. I keep expecting lyrics to come in. This feels Sega-y to me in some way. I feel like maybe they could get away with putting this in a Sonic game. Maybe on like an overworld segment or something. Although I get the feeling I'm extremely off base there. I love like the little just runs of keyboard in there. It feels very Anamanaguchi to me. Okay, so what the fuck is this from? I'm just gonna throw something out there. It's from a Sonic game. I don't know. Sonic goes to the movies. Or, I mean, maybe it's from like a Phantasy Star game? Maybe it's Phantasy Star Online 2? On like one of the worlds or something? I don't know. Let's find out. This is from Dona Dona, Let's Do Bad Things Together, which is a game that I've never heard of in my life. The track is called Rambling Pleat. That's so interesting. What is this game? It's an adult RPG/visual novel where you do bad things to fight against those worse than you. Interesting. By Alice Soft. I recognize that name. I don't know why I recognize that name, because I'm looking at Wikipedia and I don't... None of these names ring familiar to me. Okay, well, hey, no one ever said adult media couldn't have some bappin' music. Bappin'? Boppin'. Yeah, no, same as the last one. First time hearing it, I dig it. And yeah, that seems to be the general consensus again. Out of 17 votes, more than the last one. We got a few there that don't really care for it, which doesn't surprise me. The electric, like the girly pop is not necessarily everyone's bag, and I get that. It's mine, though. Okay, cool. Number 5. Oh, this is... I know this one. Explicitly. And that's it. That's the song. Literally, I didn't cut anything. This is... Now, I'm gonna fuck up the title a little bit, I think. But this is from Undertale. This is Bird That Carries You Over a Disproportionately Small Gap. That's really funny. Yeah, no, I know that one immediately. Oh, Undertale, you delightfully weird-ass game. I am going to go with I don't feel strongly about it, or I have a complex opinion, because I don't... In terms of, like, being a song that I would want to pull up and listen to again, it doesn't really fit on there. I think it's funny in its concept and execution, but as far as, like, a re-listenable song, But the overwhelming majority does seem to enjoy it and know about it, either definitively or vaguely. So, good for y'all. Number 6. Metal Gear Solid? Bear in mind, I've only played Revengeance. No, those drums tell me not Metal Gear. I think. It lost a bit of the industrial edge there. Got a little bit of Tomb Raider mystery keyboard in there. Okay. Going a little heavier on the synthesizer. This could be... This is going in a bunch of different directions, I feel like. Okay, I just got thrown into another tunnel. What are you? Ooh. Okay, we're picking up the energy a little bit. I'm digging it more now. I still don't know what it's from. Okay. I mean, it's definitely, like, we're getting an Eastern flair into it. But where it's going with, like, the synth and all that, I'm not sure. That didn't drop how I expected it to. There it is. Love some syncopated drumming. I'm so clueless. What is this from? Let's see. That's from Genshin? Okay. This is Before the Light Fades from Genshin Impact. Okay, interesting. That, now, I think, makes a little more sense as to how all those musical elements are tying together. That I can see that very easily. Having played so many hours of Honkai Star Rail and being immersed in Zenless Zone Zero lately, I can see that. Hoyoverse doesn't fuck around with his music. I'm not really into the gameplay of Genshin Impact, unfortunately. So I've had to leave that one by the wayside, but I respect their music. Yeah, I like it, and this is my first time hearing it. Okay, interesting. We have I think this might be the first majority of I like it and it sounds familiar, which is curious. But overall majority does seem to approve. All right, number 7. Let's see. This is extremely Kingdom Hearts. But I don't think it's explicitly from Kingdom Hearts. The chanting and the piano are screaming Kingdom Hearts to me, but I think it's gonna fake me out. Like, the more I'm hearing, the more I'm like, it's gotta be, right? This part right here throws me off a little bit, though. That bit we just left behind. I don't remember hearing this track anywhere. I think I'm gonna have to go with my gut on this one, and I mean, it's gotta be Kingdom Hearts, right? My bet is that it is the theme that plays for the secret boss at the end of the DLC of Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. Because I never got to it. Ergo, I don't recognize it directly. Number 7 is... I'm wrong! This is Bayonetta 2? God, I gotta fucking play the Bayonetta games, apparently. They've been on my list of, like, to get to. Holy shit. This is the Lumen Sage and Temperantia. I hope I said that correctly. From Bayonetta 2 by Rei Kondo. That's not a name I recognize. I would have bet so much that that was Yoko Shimomura. Holy shit. Okay, you got me. I'm gonna say I like it and it sounds... Well, no. I'm gonna say I like it and this is my first time hearing it. because there is a distinction there, right? I wanted to say it sounds familiar because the musical elements of it were very reminiscent of like a major Kingdom Hearts battle track. So it's familiar to me in that sense, but that's different. So first time hearing it, but I like it. That seems to be the general consensus as well. Okay. I seem to be a bit of a normie when it comes to this, and that's okay. Who gives a shit? Yeah, knowing that it's not from Kingdom Hearts, I actually appreciate it a little more. Like, if it was from KH, I feel like it wouldn't live up to the heights of, like, the 13th Struggle or Black Powder, which to me are, like, some of the most iconic battle themes from the series. Alright, let's hear number 8.
This was a trial.
There was a solid, like, 6-7 seconds of silence there.
It's hard to always
You know this one. I know this one. Still Alive by GLaDOS from Portal. We know this one. I like it. I've definitely heard it before. Everybody knows it, except for, well, let's see. 17.5 to 20% of people. We know this one. We know this one. It's good. We all like it. Let's move on. Number 9. Let's see. It's giving title screen. JRPG title screen. Okay. Okay. We're getting some evolution. I could fall asleep to this, honestly. Which is not a bad thing. I have no idea what this is from. My brain right now is saying either JRPG title screen music or mobile game title music. Which are not mutually exclusive, but... you know, I could see like AFK Journey, maybe. This doesn't feel like Final Fantasy. Could it be like Xenogears or Xenoblade? I haven't played any of those, so I don't know what the vibe is musically. It doesn't feel like anything that I have played before, so I'm a little lost in the dark on this one. Interesting. Okay, who are you? Hollow Knight! City of Tears, okay. Oh man, I've played a little bit of Hollow Knight, but it was a very brief stint and I didn't get very far into it. So that makes some sense as to why it didn't lodge itself firmly into my brain yet. I think I would like to stream Hollow Knight one of these days. Get in the comments if you want me to do a Hollow Knight live stream one of these days. I would like to. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's very nice and peaceful and just really nice. It's nice! Come on! I like it, and okay, so here's the thing, is I don't know if this was my first time hearing it. I don't know how far in the City of Tears is. I don't know if that's like where you start, or if that's an area that you get to like midway through the game. I'm gonna hedge my bets and I'm gonna say it's my first time hearing it, because I do feel like it would be a later game area. Which, again, general consensus. Okay. Cool. Number 10, we're getting to our first double digiter here. Let's see. Ooh! Yes! Oh! Got me right here with this one. what can I say? This one is very near and dear to me. I've known this track since childhood. And if you know me, you can probably guess exactly why. This is Boss Battle 2 from The Legend of Dragoon, my all-time favorite video game. This is the game that, like, really got me into gaming from a young age, honestly. Like, from the demo disc era, like, come on, I was captivated. I most strongly associate this song with Kongol, who you fight in the city of Hoax. We actually, both Ash and I, streamed playthroughs of this game on our Twitch channel some years back. I will eventually get to editing those down. Ash played the game normally. I tried playing it with the community made hard mode mod, and I gave up somewhere around disc. It was disc 3 or 4. There's a particular boss battle in there that if you're doing it on specific hardware, you have to be very careful about what you do, or the game can lock up when you finish the battle. And I was basically at a point where I was unable to continue without triggering the thing that locks your game. So I ended up giving up, unfortunately. But I love this game so much, so very excited to see this one come up. And I'm gonna be heartbroken if people don't like this one. I won't really, but I like it. I've definitely heard it before. Let's see. Okay, majority first time hearing it, which makes a lot of sense. This is like, for as much as it sold, it seems to be a relatively underground name in terms of like classic PlayStation games. Not a lot of people that I talk to have heard of The Legend of Dragoon, which is a damn shame. Myself and many other fans have been clamoring for like a remake of some sort for years. I would adore to see like a Final Fantasy VII remake style remake of it. Even if they change the story up in some way, I'm fine. Like, if it's good, let's fucking go, you know? Alright, that one's got me feeling high. Let's come back down. Number 11, let's see what we got. Whoa, coming in strong. Okay. That's gotta be Lotus Juice, yes? Oh, yeah. This is from a non-Persona game that Lotus Juice was involved in. The question is which one? Devil Summoner? Shin Megami Tensei? What's clinching this is that this sounds very like musically similar to at least one of the battle tracks that you would get from the DLC costumes you would get in Persona 5. But I for the life of me could not associate which game went to those that were not Personas. I am again a normie. What I do know is that anything that Lotus Juice is involved with fucks hard. Interesting dip in the middle here. Because I was very ready to call this a battle theme, but this dip is throwing me. What's holding me back now? Give my knapsack and pat now, attack now like and bam, pow. In a misplaced, gotta get messy, interesting, kid gets busy. Ain't nobody can hold me down. Too much of anything can destroy the time you graduate, gain some take the risk for higher. The man I chose to be me, who I am. Cause in battle against my shadow, Okay. The mention of battle against my shadow does pull me back to mind of this might actually be from like Persona 1 or 2. Because I don't know how much SMT and the other like non-Persona Atlas games dug into like the Jungian psychology aspect. Whereas I think it's been like a core part of the Persona series identity from the beginning, yes? Sorry. Okay, I'm changing my opinion. I think this is from... I feel like I was going to say a 50-50 shot, but one of the first two Persona games is divided into two, isn't it? So it's really more of a 33.3, 33.3, 33.3 split. And I don't remember which one is split into two. But I'm hedging my bets here. I'm going to say this one is from Persona 1 or Persona 2. Yes. Persona 2 Innocent Sin, Unbreakable Tie. I don't know if this is a battle theme or not, but whatever it is, it's fucking good. Shoji Meguro, again, a composer that does not miss. I really like it, and this is my first time hearing it. And again, that seems to be the popular option. It does seem like there is a little bit more division among those who like it and those who don't, which is fair. I could see people not really digging kind of the hard dissonance between Lotus Juice's like rap flow and what was the other name there? Asami Izawa's more like classical singing. Is classical the right word? I don't know, but I can see that not being like a go-to for people. I really like it because I have submersed myself in the soundtracks of Persona 4 and 5 for some time, so I dig it. Yeah, it's getting warm in here. Let's get a little more comfy for the last 8. I know how to count. Number 12! Why did I do that? What do we got? It sounds familiar, but I can't pinpoint it yet. Give me more to work with. Yes, you said that. Tell me something else. We're really taking our time with this one. Unless it's just all this. Which, I mean, it can be. But most of the other tracks have gone somewhere. Is it here? Okay. Getting into a musical idea. Okay. This instrument is putting me in the headspace of a FromSoft game. This feels FromSofty. I'm willing to bet that it's from one of the Dark Souls games. Which one I could not say because I haven't really played any of them. I've played some Demon Souls and an okay chunk of Elden Ring. So there's a lot I'm missing in between, musically speaking. But this feels maybe like a hub area or something associated to like a cutscene revolving around whoever the maiden of one of the games is. That's, I think, where I'm setting my bet at. There's not a lot going on with this one. So I could very easily see it being like tied to a cutscene where like there's backstory happening. Where it needs to be like less of a, where it needs to be like background rather than having like a lot of focus drawn to it. Yeah, I'm willing to bet that this is from a Dark Souls. Oh, okay, I was kind of right. It is from Bloodborne. It's Moonlit Melody. Okay, cool. So I had the vibes. I just had the wrong IP. Damn, alright. I don't know enough about Bloodborne, apparently. But I know enough about FromSoft to know how their music tends to feel, I think. Honestly, I don't feel strongly about this song. I wouldn't say that I dislike it. It's a little boring for my tastes, but I wouldn't say it's bad. How does that fare? Ooh, I'm in the majority there still. Interesting. But of those who fall to one side or the other, it does seem to be well liked, and I can see why. It's pretty. It's not my brand of pretty, but I dig it. You know, to a degree. I can see why people dig it. Number 13. I'm gonna lose my shit if this is the 13th struggle from Kingdom Hearts. It's not, but I know it. Why do I know it? Oh, don't do this to me. Why do I know it? Oh, I know it! Got it. Yes, I know this. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's very bouncy. It does help you kind of keep the energy going in a game that I think really needs it. I think the music strongly carries the vibe for this title. I don't know the name of the track. I never really memorized the names, but I absolutely know what it's from. I like this little bit here with the like flute. It's kind of Final Fantasy VII-ish. That's not a flute. That's like a synthesizer that sounds flute-ish. God, it's so good. I love video game music so much, you guys. We don't need, as much as I want to listen to the rest, I do have to get this done in a reasonable time frame, so we're gonna stop there. This is from FTL. I want to say this is one of the battle tracks. Yeah, this is Rockman Battle from FTL, Faster Than Light. Ben Prunty makes a good soundtrack. I like it. I've definitely heard it before. I am in somewhat of a minority there in terms of definitely having heard it. More people seem to be unfamiliar with FTL, which again does not surprise me. It's not exactly AAA. But overall, and we're getting more votes on these things as the blog goes along, as it gains more steam. 222 votes, very strong leaning of people love this track, which I fucks with heavily. All right, number 14. What do we got? I don't think I recognize this. It feels like It feels a little bit like early Final Fantasy, but with more modern instrumentation. And with a different setting. Now wait, this part here is putting me in the mind of maybe... I'm kind of thinking maybe Pyre by Supergiant. Pyre is a Supergiant game that I have not played a whole lot of, but I did play some of it. This feels caravan-y, you know? I think that's where my intuition is gonna rest. Ooh, hit me with the deep synth there. I think that might be it. I think this might be like a caravan kind of downtime theme from Pyre by Supergiant. Oh, no, I'm wrong. This is String Theory from RimWorld Royalty. I have never played RimWorld. I don't know shit about RimWorld. It's a nice track. I dig it. I like it, and it sounds familiar. Yeah, overall, seems to be well liked.
Details later.
What the fuck was just playing, actually? Hang on. We're not gonna worry about it. Well, yeah, I mean, it seems to be well liked, so rockin'. Let's go. Number 15. Do I know this? I don't think I recognize this one. It's giving opening cutscene. But for what? For maybe like a Dynasty Warriors? I've never played those, so I don't know what the vibe is. But I could see this playing over like a big, massive, like, Fields of Gore level scale battle for setting the scene. I don't feel like I have a lot to say about this one. This one is not, like, speaking to me strongly. In the sense of, like, knowing what it's from or really, like or dislike. I have no idea what this is from. Number 15 is from a game I've never fucking heard of in my life. 99 Nights. The song is The Arrival by Liz Constantine and Tatsunori-kun. I've never heard of this game or these people in my life. What is this game? It's a 2006 fantasy hack and slash video. Okay, hey, so, I mean, based on the imagery I'm seeing, yeah, this does seem to be kind of Dynasty Warriors-esque. So I did have the vibes. I just have never heard of this IP in my life. So that's interesting. I don't really feel very strongly about it. I feel like it didn't give me too much to work with. It, again, feels like cutscene music. For better or worse. Majority of people seem to like it. Majority proper. Mostly first time hearing it. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, hey, let's see number 16, why don't we? Love a good piano run. Ooh, we're feeling waltzy? Okay. You can't just do that. You can't just roll your R's in my ear like that, good sir. Buy me dinner first.
Syövereissä vietti elämän. Varjois vaeltaa.
Interesting.
Etsi tietä valon, luokse armaan ainiaan. Syvemmälle matkaa.
Who are you?
Se taakka hänen harteillaan, kuin vaan
I have no idea.
kuolos. Lepo suodaan jo takas kutsutaan.
I dig it. What the fuck's it from? I couldn't even begin to guess at a game genre for this one.
Aika särkyy ikuisuuteen.
I feel like I'm back in my music appreciation class.
Ei onnellistan.
I've got nothing.
Saarilla tuhat kasvoa, polku lohduton. Aina vaan hetki kuolos, lepo suodaan jo takas kutsutaan.
I know exactly what this is from. This is from Madden 06. I have no idea. Number 16. Control? Not one that I would have pegged. I've not played this game. I've seen a little bit about it. I want to get to it eventually. This is... hopefully I don't butcher this. Sankarin Tango. I'm not finding any guides on how to pronounce that. So forgive me if I butchered that, but Sankarin Tango from Control, which is not what I would have guessed. That's so interesting. What the fuck happens in Control? I like it. It's my first time hearing it. 218 votes. That's the majority. Good taste. Huh? Oh, this is fun. You guys gotta let me know if you want me to do more of these, because I'm having a good time. Are you having a good time? Get in the comments. Let me know if you're having a good time. We got like... I know how to count. 4 more songs left. Let's see where this takes us. 17. Okay. Ethereal. Effervescent. It feels Halo-y, maybe? Or perhaps Destiny. This feels like something from a Bungie. It's another one of those that's not giving me a lot musically to work with, but the specific flavor of like ethereal, like vocalization, that's the word I was looking for, feels very Halo 3 to me. I don't think it's Halo 3 because I played enough of it that I feel like I should be able to recognize a track from there. So I'm more willing to say this might be from Destiny 1 or 2. Okay, number 17. What do we got here? What is this? Oh, hoo-hoo. I was right, actually. Kind of. This is To Be a Warlock from Destiny the Taken King. Okay. I have the vibes. It's just there's a specific flavor of the choir, you know? I'm not a music major, so I don't have the terminology to describe it, but like, you know what I mean, right? I like it, and this is my first time hearing it. That's really interesting. The majority is in the middle. Don't feel strongly about it or have a complex opinion, which makes sense, I think. If I remember right, the other one that was also that I described as very cutscene music that was very like just similarly like choir-ish, I think also got a similar voting profile, but something about the texture of this one I think appealed to me more, if that makes any kind of sense. Let's move on. Number 18. This is 46 seconds. What do we got here? This sounds familiar. Why do I know this? You know, I'm 18 songs in and I realized I'm probably actually doing the 2 steps of this in the wrong order. I'm gonna vote and see the results first on this one. Because it sounds familiar, but I can't say yet that I've definitely heard it before. And if I see what game it's from, and I know I've played it, that will swing me to I've definitely heard it before. I'm gonna say it sounds familiar. And you know what? The game is right on the tip of my brain, but I can't pluck it. The apple is not ripe yet. It sounds familiar. I dig it. That's really interesting. Most of the people that fell on one side or the other do like it, but the majority is either neutral or complex. God, why do I know this one? I'm gonna be so mad. Okay. I think that is a name that was sitting somewhere in my head. This is from the Banner Saga. We Will Not Be Forgotten from Banner Saga. I've started the Banner Saga a few times, but I never got very far. I don't know, something about it just wasn't vibing quite right with me. I generally dig like tactics style RPGs, but I think just the flavor of this one just didn't click with me. That makes sense. So I almost certainly have heard it before. So that makes some sense. We're in the final stretch here for this video. Number 19. Almost 6 minutes. Have I heard this? I almost want to say this feels FromSoft, but not quite. Something about the instrumentation feels too synthetic. This feels PS2 rather than PS3 onwards. And I recognize they had games like before Demon's Souls, but I wouldn't say that this is likely to be an, Armored Core or what's the other one? Kingsfield? I don't think that I've heard this one before. It does put me into the headspace of like a battle against, one of the big Demon's Souls bosses. But I don't think the instrumentation quite matches in terms of like orchestral quality, Got some piano. Very briefly. Oh, we're back. We're so back. Oh, are we transitioning phases? We're feeling a little Kingdom Heartsy. Just a touch. I fully admit this might just be my ADHD ass, like TikTokified brain, as someone who doesn't use TikTok that much, just as a general term. I feel like this one meanders a little bit too long. As someone who is not familiar with the source material, if I knew the game first and the context for it, I might feel differently. But the rate that the songs have been going, paired with how long this one is lasting and not really changing things up that much along the way, it does kind of feel like it's dragging a little, But again, like if I knew the context of it beforehand, my opinion might be completely different. Because that can make or break a song, really. Yeah, for my money, I could not tell you what game this is from. It feels like a FromSoft trying to fuse with elements of Kingdom Hearts, and that's the best I can give you. All right, number 19. Let's see what we're working with here. What are you? Lucky number 19. No shit! Really? Okay. This is Dark Souls. This is Dark Souls 3, Soul of Cinder. No shit. Is that like... I mean, is that the final boss theme or something? Interesting. I apologize for speaking ill of the instrumentation. I don't know. It sounded very, like, I mean, maybe it's just my headphones. I'm rocking some, like, Samsung wirelesses here, so maybe that's fucking with me a little bit. The sound quality's decent. It's good, but maybe it's not. Maybe I'm not getting the full experience here. I feel like FromSoft soundtracks feel less synthetic than that. So that's curious to me. I'm still going in the wrong direction, but I can confidently say I've never heard the song before, and I might be blaspheming here. I don't particularly care for it, to be honest. I will go with I don't like it, and this is my first time hearing it. Please don't crucify me. I will say I'm very much in the minority there, and I can see why. It's not necessarily my taste for a song that I would want to come back to, again, without the context at least. If and when I ever get around to going through the Dark Souls games proper, I might fucking love this track once I get to where it shows up. For now, not my jam. That's okay. If you are in the majority that does like it, hell yeah, good on you. You're in good company. Let's wrap this up with the final song of the thing. Number 20. We're wrapping it up with a shorter one, 1:47, let's say. This sounds familiar. Why do I know this? I've definitely heard this one before. Give me a little bit more to work with. Oh, what are you? I'm gonna take a wild fucking guess on this one. I'm probably wrong. But something's sparking back here. Wait, no, I have another idea that's also lighting. Okay, and another one that's sparking. This could be one of three things. This is either from Dust and Elysian Tale, Journey, or, oh, I just played it. Not that long ago. It was a game where you decode like multiple languages in a tower. I don't think it's that one actually, so don't even get it out of here. I think it's Journey. I think this is from the game Journey. Bam! Bam! This is Nascence from Journey. I played Journey years ago, so that makes some sense as to why it took a little bit of turning the key to spark the ignition there proper. But we got there. We're on the road now. And we're about to hit the brick wall. If you look at the timeline of the video, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I keep doing this in the wrong order. I like it. I've definitely heard it before. There's a good chunk, almost 20% of folks that are in the same camp. There is a tie between it sounding familiar and first time hearing it, but folks generally seem to like it. Journey has a nice soundtrack. It's just good. All right, this was fun. I really enjoyed doing this. This was a nice little, like, pulling on some threads of my musical brain, which is currently saturated in the beats of, Metaphor ReFantasio and Zenless Zone Zero. So I need to pull myself out of that immersion pool for a little bit now and then. And this is a good way to do it. Again, if you want to take a look at some of these yourself and try and guess them, this is doyoulikethis-videogame-song.tumblr.com. I did check with them before making this video, and they were cool with it. So, hey, Blog Runner, if you're watching this, shout outs to you. Keep it up. This is fun. I like it. And it's my first time trying it. So, hey, gang, Let me know if you enjoyed this, if there was anything I can do to make this more fun for us. If you would like more YouTube exclusive content like this, or if you want me to stay in my lane over at laserbearcatgaming.twitch.tv, you can catch us live over there, currently on Wednesdays and Fridays. Right now, we are going through AI Nirvana Initiative and Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered on Wednesdays. And we do just a variety of other games on Fridays. So, yeah, catch us where you like. Let me know your thoughts. So yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed this, you know, do the YouTuber thing. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you want anybody else to tease their brains with this as well. You know, see if you know, if y'all were able to guess things better than I could. If y'all didn't know shit like I normally don't on a day-to-day basis. But until then, we'll catch you where we catch you. See you in the Discord or my other edited content, or maybe on Twitch. Hey, maybe. Till then, we'll see you around, and stay cute.